Mansions, Lamborghinis, buying his own team, a private jet. Being born in 2001, LaMelo Ball hasn't had much time to make a name for himself, and yet already he is becoming a celebrity and future NBA star. Because of this hype and expectation, he's already signing deals and making enough to spend millions on his lavish lifestyle. As a forgettable former player in the NFL who went undrafted, many have wondered how exactly LeVar Ball went on to make so much money for his family. Whatever the case may be, what is true is his money has clearly trickled down to his sons. At 18 years old, LaMelo is living in what his father calls the best house in Chino Hills, California. The exuberant mansion cost the family $5.2 million. It features over 13,000 square feet, along with a 1,200 square foot guest house. Originally, the mansion that had been built in 2005 needed a little work prior to moving in, work which the Ball family was more than willing to put in, as they have customized the house to their taste. As a 5-member unit family, each of them will have more than enough space to place their things in the mansion's 8 bedrooms and over 8 bathrooms. Bedrooms aside, the mansion additionally includes many amenities: a fenced-in swimming pool, a small golf course, multiple balconies, a gym, gourmet kitchen, a home theater, and of course, a basketball court for LaMelo to practice in. It's been such a sight to see high-profile celebrities like Nate Robinson have even gone to be taken on LeVar's hilariously ego-driven tour. While most 16-year-olds are getting Xboxes for their birthdays, LaMelo was gifted a luxurious Lamborghini with a nightclub-level party to match. As it turns out, the gifting of cars isn't something new to the Ball family, as both his brothers also own luxury cars. Whether that money had been earned through LaMelo's fortune of selling his highly appraised $400 MB1 shoes or not is unclear, but what is certain is that LaMelo drives around in a car worth most people's homes. When ESPN first reported the story of LaMelo owning his Lambo, the then 16-year-old took a lot of flack on social media. Many other responses stated that because LaMelo has gone on to be given everything he's ever wanted, he will never have the drive to be a successful basketball player. Durant took to Twitter to defend LaMelo in a string of tweets that read, "Young Melo with the Lambo. Stop playing with Shorty. He really out there. You don't have to struggle to be a good basketball player." Appreciating the defense from one of his idols, LaMelo tweeted back saying, "My man." Also in the Ball family is a full pack of Rottweiler dogs. One belonging to LaMelo is named Dip, who was gifted a beautiful golden chain with his name engraved on it by his owner. The dog was featured on the family's Facebook show Ball and the Family, where LaMelo walked out into the pool area to show his dad Dip's brand new collar chain. When asked why he did it, LaMelo answered simply stating,
"I got my dog a chain so he can have some drip."
LeVar seemed to be fine with his son's likely expensive investment and even supported it, saying that the dog finally had some swag. Most players interested in owning a team of any kind generally do it after a long, successful NBA career, where they've had plenty of time to rack in the necessary millions to even be a minority owner. LaMelo hasn't even been drafted into the NBA yet and is now working on plans to own the Australian NBL team, the Illawarra Hawks. The idea had come to LaMelo after playing with the Hawks, where he fell in love with the atmosphere. LaMelo's manager Jermaine Jackson talked about how the idea came about, saying, "Melo loves the Illawarra fans. He loves that community. They opened their arms to him. They made us feel like we're at home. When we started hearing about the issues they were going through, we talked about it and decided, let's own the team. He's going to be locked into his NBA career, but we're going to hire the right people to oversee everything." He wants to create the best basketball program possible for that community there. The move had been done as a means to qualify for the NBA draft without having to go to college. It came as no surprise to those following the Ball family, considering the Ball family also owns a league named the Junior Basketball Association, which gives kids an ability to compete professionally out of high school as they await NBA eligibility. At any rate, the purchasing of the team has been facilitated by LaMelo's manager Jermaine Jackson, who talked about the benefits of the purchase, saying, "When high school kids hear LaMelo owns the team, they'll want to come. They'll know that they'll be taken care of. We're going to put the organization on steroids, building it into a program that guys want to play for. I'm in touch with several former NBA GMs that want to go there to help out, and high-level coaches that won every championship you can imagine." That's how he was raised by his family. People have a perception of his father, but he has a heart of gold and it trickles down to his kids. His father didn't take him on a traditional route. He started his own sneaker company, Big Baller Brand. We've always talked about ownership. Melo wants kids to think big, especially in times like this. As one of the highly sought-after draft candidates for the NBA draft, it's only natural LaMelo be approached by a variety of shoe companies for some early endorsement deals. One of the biggest prepared to offer LaMelo a $100 million deal that included a private jet. While the $100 million deal would likely take place over a period of 10 years, LaMelo wouldn't be the richest rookie coming into the NBA, but he'd likely be the only one to own a private jet if the offer still stands by the time he's drafted. The rumor had been verified by ESPN analyst Corey Williams, who talked about the deal saying,
"Just got off the phone with a source close to me in America that just told me a sneaker company has offered LaMelo Ball a private jet and $100 million. They want to endorse this kid."
Many have been skeptical about the deal, but on paper, LaMelo has proved to be an extremely valuable marketing asset. Unlike many rookies who have come before him, LaMelo's talents have already been exploited through the Big Baller Brand company that has sold LaMelo-themed shoes, which have been an obvious success for the family considering their very public expenditures. Even while playing in Australia, LaMelo's presence alone has helped set several attendance and viewership records for the NBL. Not many draft picks coming into the NBA can say they've launched a shoe brand and played professionally overseas while in college. Whether his apparent hype has been the result of LaMelo's great play in Australia, his eccentric family, or persona doesn't matter in the eyes of a shoe company. So long as he's bringing in customers, which he's already proven to do, then more offers like this will certainly be on the way. Given that his older brother Lonzo has already been through the early endorsement part of his career, Lonzo gave LaMelo some valuable advice. Instead of taking the first offer that seems the most luxurious, take the time to review all the options on the table before making a hasty decision. At the end of the day, LaMelo is still an 18-year-old who still has the personality of a 15-year-old and has been pretty open about his childish tendencies. And while none of that is inherently bad, it's important he listens to the advice of his brothers before him who've been in the same situation. If you've enjoyed this video, then we're sure you'll enjoy the next one. Click on right now and enjoy.